Hey everyone, Happy Dude here. Now, I've been neglecting my car. It hasn't been washed for a few months, it's very dirty, and I saw all those clean cars with this nice weather outside, and I thought, you know what, it's time to put in the work and make my car shiny again. But how to do it? Because I see so many people do it wrong. So I'm going to show you how to do it without spending a fortune on it, because you don't need special tools like high pressure washers or foam cannons or all those expensive products. You only need a few of them, and I'm going to show you how to use them the correct way. Step 1. Go to a self car wash, not a drive-through car wash. And don't do it like this guy. I see a lot of people that just spray the car full of foam. They take their car wash mitt or a brush and they just start rubbing the car, even though the dirt is still on there. So all you do is make scratches in the paint. Every time I see this, I grind my teeth. If the car is really dirty, first use some foam. But don't touch the car with anything, just let the foam work. It is designed to loosen up the industrial waste, dirt poop, bugs, and let the dirt float on top of it. Just let it do its work for about a minute. Oh, and now that I see the wheels, it occurred to me that before you do this, it's best to spray the wheels with some wheel cleaner. The brand doesn't matter, it's all just an iron remover. And now we can use the high pressure washer with hot water and soap in it. Check the car wash if the pressure isn't too low so it doesn't do anything, or even worse, too high so the paint comes off. I had that once. So do your research for the car wash. You can also call them to ask which water they use, which soap. It's pretty important to know all of that. And after you've done all that, it is time to rinse off all the soap and the remaining dirt with just normal water. And after that, I rinse the car again with decalcified water. And now we're done with all the washing, so take your microfiber towel and rub it all dry. I start with the windows and the mirrors and then the paint. If your car is still dirty, you can always use iron remover on it and then just wash the car all over again. I also store all my different microfiber towels in a separate plastic bag, one for the wheels, windows, and the paint. Now the car looks very clean, but it's not. Now the paint on this car is in very good shape. I don't have a lot of scratches or swirls, but it's still very rough. Listen. So to make the paint perfect, we need to polish it. Why? Well, if you have a very smooth surface, then it's very hard for dirt to hang on to the paint, and it will also make it easier to clean the car. And this is the towel test before I've polished the car. Normally the towel would just fall off if the surface is perfectly smooth. Now, it is important that you watch the paint and also feel the paint. If it feels like sandpaper, I would recommend that you first use a clay bar on the car. It's very easy. You just spray some liquid on it. Meguiar has a kit for it, and just start claying until the paint feels very smooth. Now the next step is to polish the car. This can be very time consuming and expensive, especially if you don't have the materials already. Maybe you can borrow it from a friend and maybe he has some experience with it, because it isn't very easy. You can watch as much YouTube videos as you want. You still have to learn how to do it. The amount of pressure the amount of paste that you're going to use and which paste. It all depends. Even the weather can be an influence to it, and also the pad that you're using and the paint of the car itself. So just start doing it and watch the paint. Now, what I can tell you is that you have to be very careful on plastic, especially if it has sharp corners. Avoid that. Don't put any pressure on it. You can put a lot of pressure on metal surfaces, but also be very careful around edges and corners. Try to avoid that. Now just use some paste, start turning, and every few 10 seconds feel on the paint. It needs to be very warm, but not hot. You can actually burn the paint away, especially if you just stay on one position. So always be on the move. As it turns, the pad will turn this way, and then you will need to turn with the machine the other way, if you don't have a machine that turns eccentric. So yeah, and every 10 seconds feel the paint, especially if you're learning, and after a few tries you will see how much pressure and how much product you will need, and just do it until all the swirls and scratches are gone. If the paint is very rough, you will need a heavy cutting pad. And then you have a medium and a soft one. So there are 3 steps. So it will take a lot of time to do the whole car, depending how bad the paint is. And I always use SS Scratch and Swirl Remover for a car that only has a few scratches and swirls. I never use Macquarie products because a lot of them have oils and silicons in them. That's to fill up the scratches. So as soon as you go over the car, all the scratches are gone. But as soon as you wash the car, all the scratches will be back. So that's why I use this product. It only has the paste in it and no oils or silicons. So you can actually see what you're doing to the paint. So once the paint is back to its original condition, it is time to remove all the excessive paste, oil, grease and sweat from all that work. And you can make your own product. It's very cheap, and you can also clean the car with it. Because it's very important that the paint is very clean for the next step. All you need is some water that doesn't have calcium or magnesium in it, and some isopropyl alcohol 99.99%, and you mix it with the water with a ratio of about 15 up to 30%. That should be very safe for your paint. And now it's time to put on the ceramic coating. Now you can use a very expensive one, but it's very hard to apply, and it needs to be in a dust-free environment, and the paint has to be absolutely perfect. This is way more forgiving than that, and easy to apply if you do it the correct way. So this car has already been done. It's also for a customer, and look how shiny that paint is. And even though it's a black car, which is very hard to do, if you do it this way, it's very easy. So all you need to do is first shake the bottle very well, and also make sure the car is in the shade. I know on the packaging you can see that you can use it in the sun, but just don't do it. And also make sure the car is cold. Do it in the morning, and then don't spray it on the car panel like a lot of the instructions are saying, because you will have a very hard time removing the streaks, especially on a black or a dark car. So just spray it on the microfiber towel. Use a very clean one. A new one is always better. Spray it on the towel, and then just rub that on the car paint. That's all you need to do. And then you don't have to wait. Take a second microfiber towel, a very soft one, and just rub it again, and you will feel that the car paint will get very, very smooth. And this is the correct way to use the Turtle Wax ceramic coating. Okay, the ceramic coating has cured for 24 hours and I put on a second coat, so the car is now completely done. And look at the reflection. That's just insane. Even fingerprints don't stick anymore to the paint. That's amazing. Just look how smooth the paint is. You can see all the reflections. And watch when I put this on the trunk. That's how smooth it is. And now you can clearly see all the metallic in the paint. Okay, I haven't washed the car in 2 weeks now, so it's very dirty. So let's see if we can wash that all off just using water. So no soap, just high pressure water. That's it. Now look at the water beading. That's just insane. Let me show you how it was. And this is how it is now. And this is next to each other. Okay, the paint looks a lot cleaner now, but the wheels are a bit harder, but it does rub off without using any products, as you can see. So it really does work.